Greetings from Phoenix, Arizona. We're spending one full day in Phoenix where we'll be focusing more on the east side near Apache Junction. I'll be sharing our complete one-day travel guide to some of the best things to do and see here in Phoenix. If you are new here, my name is Jeannie and I live in Arizona, and I invite you to subscribe and follow along for all our adventures here in Arizona and beyond. To get the day started, we're going to kick it off with a quick stop at Cup of Joey for some coffee and a quick breakfast.
So I got the chocolate, caramel, and hazelnut. It's called Laka something. And Vince got a lemonade. And then strawberry lemonade. And then we got some more food coming too.
The owners are originally from Australia and they have so many unique coffee blends and flavors, all with a little touch of Aussie.
This is the best iced coffee I think I've ever had in my life. It's amazing.
And their cinnamon roll selection is amazing. They're all handmade recipes that their grandma used to make.
So I got the pork breakfast burrito, a cinnamon roll with maple frosting pancake, and Vince got tri-tip breakfast burrito. Cup of Joey was 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Now that we've fueled up with some caffeine and food, it's time to start exploring. First, we're driving along the Bush Highway, which runs alongside the Salt River. Our goal is to catch a glimpse of the beautiful Salt River horses that roam freely along this river. Our first stop is at the Coon Bluff Recreation Area. Parking here is free, and there's a nice path that runs right along the river for a perfect stroll.
We have an animal in front of us. It's not the horses, but it's close-ish to a horse. We got some Salt River cows.
Although these were not quite the animals we were looking for, the cows were still really fun to see. But we kept on our search, walking the trail along the river, and probably after another 5 minutes of walking, we saw some Salt River horses. There were only 2 horses, but our goal was to at least see one, and we did that. Fun fact, these horses are truly wild, roaming freely along this river and have been living here for over a century. So spotting these beauties was really exciting to us. Next, we drove from the Bush Highway to the Apache Trail Road for a quick stop at Lost Dutchman State Park. There is an entrance fee of $10 per vehicle, but since we have an annual state park pass, it was free for us. This park has some really fantastic hiking trails, stunning views of the Superstition Mountains, and a great campground. We've camped here before and explored a few of the trails. It really is a beautiful spot. But since it was already getting hot here in the middle of May, we decided not to hike this time. Instead, we just took a little walk to enjoy the mountain views and all the incredible desert cactus. Now we're headed deeper into the mountains along the Apache Trail Road, a scenic drive full of twists and turns and a few one-lane bridges to keep you on your toes. Along the way, there are some beautiful overlooks, especially near Canyon Lake, so be sure to stop and take in all the views. We drove all the way to the tiny, quirky little town of Tortilla Flat, where we couldn't resist stopping at one of the most famous spots, the Superstition Saloon. It's a fun little bar and eatery, and the bar stools are actually made from horse saddles. So Vince grabbed a cold beer and I went for a massive mimosa, because around here, they don't do anything small. So it was a fun, memorable stop. Next, we headed to Canyon Lake for the Dolly Steamboat cruise. We booked our tickets in advance for the 1.5-hour nature cruise, which cost $35 per person. Once aboard, we enjoyed a 6-mile journey weaving through Canyon Lake, taking in all the dramatic cliffs, sparkling water, and stunning desert scenery. There is a snack station on board for drinks and treats, but just make sure that you have a little bit of cash on you for any purchases under $20. You are free to get up and walk around the boat to catch every angle of the lake. The captain talks a bit about the history and shares some fun facts about the lake. Overall, we had a really fun experience, and it really surrounded you with some of Arizona's most breathtaking landscapes. I would highly recommend this experience. Our final stop on our Phoenix day trip was to the Goldfield Ghost Town, located along the Apache Trail not far from Lost Dutchman State Park where we visited earlier. Coming here was like traveling back in time to the Old West. This historic mining town has been brought back to life as a fun, quirky little destination. It's filled with unique shops offering artisan items, jewelry, souvenirs, and more. There's a few great dining options, and if you're feeling adventurous, you can even try zipline, hopping on the train for a scenic railroad ride, or explore a mine or ghost tour. They have a little bit of everything here, plus it's free to visit, so it was kind of the perfect way to wrap up our day here on the Apache Trail. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for following along on this one-day travel guide to Phoenix, Arizona. I hope you find this travel guide helpful as you plan your trip here to Phoenix and get off the beaten path to the areas I mentioned in this travel guide. If you have any questions, be sure to comment below and be sure to check out my channel for even more travel guides.